Morning, Monday, July 7th, 2025. I'm Larissa. This is my crazy ass hair. Oh, God. Video diary. Time to drink from skulls. So, like, in my newsfeed over the July 4th weekend and everything, it's like nothing but Texas, Texas, Texas. But hey, looks like there's all kinds of crazy weather everywhere, right? So why is Texas special? It's interesting. It's interesting. The media and the government does, right? Ugh. Las Vegas, crazy storms, windstorms. And Carolinas, all over. There's more tropical storms coming. More rain. Oh my God. Who knows? Who knows what's coming? I don't know. I don't know. That was crazy news. Like half of Canada wants to split off from Canada. The west side. The west side. The side that's like connected to Alaska and is closer to Russia. Oh my God. Oh, I'm hurting real bad. Oh, yesterday. Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. I'm just gonna wait for this pass. I don't know if it's gonna. Oh. That's better. Oh, it's that spot in my back. Spot in my back where, Dominican hospital based out of Sugar Land, Texas, here in California, fucked me over. Oh my God. Oh. Yeah, Texas abuses women, not just in Texas, but in California too. Yeah, Texas abuses women. Oh my God. So I hurt because I moved furniture and stuff yesterday by myself. Well, Omar's got other stuff he's got to do too, and he can't be there with me all the time. And I did too much, is all. I did too much. But what I got done, well, we'll see. Placing more stuff, unboxing some more stuff. I haven't moved anything into storage yet. There is stuff that's going to go into storage. I just haven't taken anything to storage yet because I don't want to take things over and then be like, oh, I wish I had that. That was still here, right? Like the end will take everything to storage that needs to go to storage. So yeah, it's shaping up. It is. It's shaping up. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Today, be nice to me day. Yep. Today is going to be a be nice to me day because I hurt real bad. Tomorrow, move some more stuff. Unpack more. It's a slow process. Much slower this time than it was. No, I don't know if it is. Yeah, it's slower this time than it was last time. Yeah. I need to check some emails today. Yeah. I might send off some of my books to be printed. Might as well, right? Yeah, so what I'm going to do with them, I'm going to bundle 2 packages as full sets of all 8 novels. And then the other ones, I'll just sell individually. I don't know. It's going to depend on how much they cost to get printed. Because, I mean, it cost me over $200 to have 6 books printed, right? Yeah, it seems like I should be able to get printing down from there, right? Because, like, how are you buying paperback books for $20 a piece, right? How are you doing that? How do you buy a paperback book for $20, right? If it costs 60 to print, I don't know. I don't know. Where do they get these books printed, right? And who pays for it? I don't even know. I don't even know. Yeah, I don't even know. But I'd like to have some of my books available, right, in print. Anyway. Mm. Anyway. Oh gosh. I didn't end up making dinner yesterday. I made brunch yesterday and we ended up getting carry out for dinner. Oh, I bought a bottle of wine that I used to really like. There's this winery up in Sonoma County, Dry Creek Vineyards. Used to really, 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 really like their wines. And outside of the tasting room, it's hard to find like all of the the Bordeaux blends and things that they do. But some of their white wines, you see places, and every now and then you see one of their reds, one of their Pinots or whatever. But um, I haven't been to the tasting room in a long time. We used to go there when we lived up there. I used to go there regularly because I used to buy wine from them. They were one of the wineries we had membership to, and that I would buy from. When you live in wine country, that's what you do. I mean, there's wineries, whatever. Um, so anyway, I picked up this bottle of Fumé Blanc, which is a very light white wine that I used to love from them. I haven't picked it up in a couple years, right? Um, when I had my space down in Saratoga, there was a wine room that I used to go buy wine at. You didn't carry Dry Creek, which was fine, whatever. Um, but that's where when I bought wine, it's where I bought it, and I'm not there, so I bought wine. I bought this bottle of wine again. Now, when they also do another very light white wine called a Chenin Blanc, just different varietals. That's all. The Fumé Blanc and the Chenin Blanc, and they're different, but they're similar. I used to like to get those in the summer to go with um, barbecue and things. Vegetarian barbecue. And I used to really like these 2 bottles of wine. Anyway, I noticed after the fires up there that the wines didn't taste the same, and then after a couple years, they were okay, and so I bought them again. But like I said, it's been a couple years since I bought them, and now I bought this bottle of wine, you know, I was looking forward to having a nice crisp glass of white wine last evening. It was terrible. It was awful. And almost like, oh, is it bad? And no, it wasn't like corked or anything. It was just I didn't like it, and it was I don't know, like I might even just pour it out because like I don't even want to make risotto or anything with it. I don't know. I don't know. I suppose I could try making risotto and see, but it's like if I waste porcini mushrooms on this. See, and I don't think porcini mushrooms with that wouldn't be okay. Maybe some other kind of mushroom. I got some king oysters down there. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I could boil some pasta in it. I don't know. I don't have any spaghetti down there though. I just have shells. I have shells and orzo and pastina. Yeah, orzo for orzo salad, pastina for to go in soup, and shells for whatever. Mm. They're not small shells. They're medium-sized shells. They're not miniature shells either. They're medium-sized shells. You know, oh, the kind you put some red sauce on. Maybe. Or maybe put an olive oil sauce on it. I could boil it. I guess I could boil them in the white wine. Yeah, maybe. Anyway. Feeling a little despondent. Had a crazy dream last night. I might have to write somebody about it. Yeah. Had a crazy dream last night. It's very weird. Yeah. Hurt real bad. Oh, I moved these wall partitions. I moved this giant mirror, and that was the thing that really screwed me up because it's awkward. It's a lot lighter on the top than it is on the bottom, and it's got a moving bottom, and it's taller than me, and so I have to the way I had to grab it, and it was just like that's why my back's messed up was moving that because I moved it to like 4 different places, and I put together this garment rack. And I have another garment rack I need to put together, but I put together this garment rack, and oh my god! And I had to move that. Then I had moved it after I had put the garments on it because originally I was going to put all the garments in one place. And I put them there, put everything together, hung everything up, blah 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 blah, and I was like, ugh, I don't like the way that looks. So then I moved everything. I moved the mirror first, and then I moved the mirror again. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Yeah. So there's like a section for garments, like at the other place. It's like they're like little mini galleries in the bigger gallery. Everything's grouped, and that's what's hard. It's like grouping things aesthetically, and it's totally different display. Like at the other place, I was able to mount these um, steel poles, right? Actually, they were like cast iron pipe. Is what it was. It was cast iron pipes that were capped off, and then you mounted them on the wall, and then you could hang garments on them. And it looked really nice, but the way that the walls are here, they need to be mounted into a stud. And the wall that I had mounted them into at the other place, the wall itself was plywood. So like I didn't have to worry so much about, oh, I might hit a stud. Well, at this place, the walls are all drywall, so I have to mount them into a stud, and that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be mounted in an aesthetic manner. So I'm not using those, right? So now I have all these cast iron poles, little poles. Ugh. Anyway, so I had to get another, that's why I had to put together this rack because I can't hang these things on the wall. Yeah. Yeah. So things were heavy, and I moved that mirror like 3, 4 times, but I think I have the layout now, what it's going to be, and now I can move forward more. Like I've reached another level of the moving process, right? Of the installation process of the gallery. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. The world is so crazy. World is so crazy. It's like I'm just trying to focus on my stuff in front of me, what I'm doing. It's like, everybody's looking for a handout, right? Oh, we just had this tragedy. We're looking for a handout. Everybody's always looking for a handout. And it's like, I don't want to give money to anything because it goes most when you give money to organizations, especially when it's like, oh, it's a new, we just started this 501c3, right? Like very little of the money goes to the people that the organization is founded for. My experience of working with 501c3s is that they're a big waste of time, right? Like they're inhibitive. Um, and so many times people that work for them actually get screwed over too. And it's like, where does all the money go? It's not going to the cause. If I make donations anywhere, it's like donations of real goods. And like, I don't want to be bothered, you know, I got to pay for real goods here, and real goods are getting real expensive. So, like, I don't have it in my budget to be buying real goods for other people. Um, and besides, like, all of this stuff is it's like these places where these weather tragedies are happening. It's you get to a point, how much can you give, right? So, I think it's better use of my time and my money to focus on my work, and the work my artwork is largely about the planet, environment, and consumption, habits, and larger, more big picture issues, right? Like my pieces, like my garments, you know. Oh, I watched yesterday. I watched a bunch of recycling videos. I enjoy watching them. Mm. And specifically, I watched a number of them. Watched a number of them on textile recycling, and it's like it's a dirty business, right? And the way that textiles are consumed and thrown away. Omar and I throw away very little textile. I recycle I recycle almost all of our textiles, and I've been doing this now for 10 years. And we don't buy new clothes willy-nilly all the time. I buy clothes to replace things that I need, that I wear all the time. And in general, like what I have kind of come to, if I'm not wearing a garment that I have made, I have just a few garments that I wear all the time, and I wear them until I need to recycle them. And I have a uniform. I have like 5 black tank dresses, full-length tank dresses, and that's pretty much all I wear. I have a couple pair of black pants, and I have some black tank tops, and that's like all I wear. It's like a uniform. And stuff gets recycled. Like here, look, just next to my bed. There's a rug that I made a number of years ago. Yeah, I made that rug. That's one of the first rugs I made here when we moved here. So that rug's about 6 years old. No. Brody lays on it. So there's a couple places where it could use some repair, but that's fine. I could do that. Be easy, right? Yeah. Yeah, so I've been just, working on recycling textiles and doing work about recycling textiles. And so, watching these videos, like, the amount of waste. So many new garments end up in the landfill within a year of them being produced. And the production of those textiles to make those products is super, polluting. And then the recycling of a lot of these products is super polluting. And textiles that are being actually recycled, it's just a small fraction of what's being produced, right? Majority goes into landfill still. And so it's like I feel like the work that I'm doing with recycling is um, important, because then when people see it and I can talk to them about it, even if they don't buy it, I can talk to them about it. And it's passing on that information. Like, when I have one of those rugs and I say, oh, that's 5 years worth of textiles for my husband and I. It's our old socks and t-shirts and underwear and pajamas, things that everybody has, right? Um, it makes an impact, when people try to pick it up and they realize how heavy it is, and they see how big it is, and um, yeah, they're impactful pieces. They're powerful pieces. I mean, think about it, like I have this one rug. I have two of them there. One that I use for under my yoga mat. Um, hope I can get back into some yoga. Oh my God, my body. I don't know. I gotta be gentle with me. I gotta be real gentle. My body is fragile, fragile these days. Um, yeah, but then I have this other one. I have two of them. I have two of them, and the other one, I'm trying to figure out how and where I want to display it. Right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Anyway, that's what I've been working on. That's what I've been working on. Oh my God. I was watching some metal recycling. There's whoever the guy was that was making the video for this company that he's saying, "Oh, please just put a comment below about how you bought some of their rebar, blah blah blah." I'm like, I know you didn't, but make the company feel good. I told them that this is a good advertisement, blah blah blah. I'm like, it's kind of shitty, but he was talking about the process and the machines. He didn't even know anything about the damn machines. Like there's this when they're separating the scrap out for recycling steel, because you can't it's a bad alloy. It's a weak alloy to melt together aluminum and iron, right? The two are not really compatible. Um, you get is it a eutectic? Is that technically a eutectic alloy that you get? It's like it's a useless alloy. Eutectic means useless when it comes to practical application. So, one of the ways aluminum is not magnetic, right? Does not respond to magnetics, and so they have this you have this big pile of scrap, right? And they use giant magnets to pull up everything that has iron in it. Um, and then anything that doesn't have iron in it falls below. And it goes through this process a number of times, shaking out what does and doesn't, what is and isn't magnetic, what it does and doesn't have iron in it. He's like, I don't know what the magnet does. I'm like, what do you mean you don't know what the magnet's doing? He's like, who are you making this video? I enjoy watching the foundry pours and stuff. That smell is so, it's like ingrained. Like even when I watch the TV, I can smell it, right? The memory of that smell from the foundry at school. Yeah. I see it. I can smell. I woke up this morning. It smelled really strongly of sandalwood in the room. I don't know why. Like I don't I don't know why. I don't know why it smelled like sandalwood in here. Omar doesn't wear any sandalwood cologne, but it did. And I woke up. It was the end of that dream. When I woke up at the end of that dream, my nose was filled with sandalwood. Hey, sir. How are you? How are you, sir? How are you? Yeah, yesterday morning I made a frittata, and I'll just heat up the rest of the frittata down there when I go down there, and we'll have that for breakfast again today. We ate half of it yesterday, so I had potato crust, and I chopped up a big chunk of oyster mushroom and green onion, and shredded some cheese and chopped up some parsley, mixed all that together. Coffee? Good, I'm ready to trade you. Look at him. He wants to keep you. He wants to keep you from being able to. No hugs. You're not allowed to hug me. Say, stay away from mommy. He says, Daddy, you can't come near mommy. Are you protecting me? Are you protecting me from the daddy monster?
From the evil coffee.
You protecting me from the daddy monster? Huh? You are the dirty monster. Yes, you are. Oh, you sweet boy. How can you be so sweet and stinky at the same time? Sweet and stinky. Sweet and stinky. You're like fermented tofu. What's going on? Hey, thank you. Thank you for your kisses. Oh my God, he's so dirty. Look at his butt. You got jaggers in your fur, mister. He's got all kinds of shit in his fur. He's like a giant piece of Velcro. He really is. Yeah. So, my house is supposed to get cleaned today. And the police have recommended that I fire my housekeeping service and find a new one. And I haven't done that. The reason being is that we've been having the break-in problem since shortly after we moved in here. I've only had the cleaning service for a little under a year. Right? They're not the problem. And it's really hard to find cleaning service that will come out here to our property. So, like, I don't want to fire them because I need my house cleaned, and they do a good job. But I'm going to talk to the guy that owns the place and just, let him know that I know it's not them, in case detectives say anything to them or whatever, because they wanted to know who cleans my house. But I'm like, they're not the problem. They're not the problem. This has been going on since way before I met them. Yeah, and I need a clean house. So, sew buttons on your underwear. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah. So I should run the pencil rope.